The common test for Update 1.5 starts soon. Many new features await players. The Excluded Maps feature, World of Tanks Premium account, balance changes for artillery, a branch of unique Swedish medium tanks and revamped heavy tanks, ranked battles. Let's talk details. Everyone has their favorite tanks and maps. You can always choose a vehicle to play on, but it's not that easy with maps. So now, you can exclude one map from the rotation in a special menu. Select any map, and the matchmaker will stop sending you to it. This option works only in random battles and only in the standard battle mode for vehicles from Tier 4 and higher. You can exclude a map when playing the Assault, Encounter, or Grand Battle modes. When playing in a platoon, the blacklisted map is the one selected by the platoon commander. For the 8 years of World of Tanks' existence, the premium account has faithfully served players. But it has lost its relevance with time. Now it's time to change it. During the Update 1.5 Common Test, any player can test the new World of Tanks Premium account. You can see what it offers in the special menu in the game client. It gives you 50% more credits and XP for each battle. This is a standard feature, but it also brings more interesting bonuses. With World of Tanks Premium account, you can use a special bonus to XP several times a day. It's similar to the usual ×2 multiplier, but you decide for yourself if you want to activate it or not. You can apply it to the last winning battle on any tank. So if you have several winning battles on different vehicles, you can apply the bonus to the most effective ones. It is added to any other XP multipliers. You always have a chance to get multiple rewards. Another important new feature is reserve stock. It saves up 10% of the credits earned in a battle. For example, if a player earns 100,000 credits in a battle, an additional 10,000 will appear in reserve stock. It can keep a maximum of 750,000 credits. Every 7 days, all savings are transferred to players, even if their premium account has expired. The owners of World of Tanks Premium account will receive 3 missions every day. With World of Tanks Premium account, a player in a platoon gets 15% more credits. Their platoon mates without Premium account will also get a 10% bonus to credits. And all platoon players, regardless of vehicle tier, Premium account, and battle results will get a bonus to experience. However, these bonuses don't work for dynamic platoons. Finally, the World of Tanks Premium account will allow for excluding not 1 but 2 maps from rotation at once. These features don't affect your combat effectiveness but make the game more enjoyable. An important part of the Update 1.5 Common Test is the rebalanced artillery. The main goal of the changes is to reduce the overall duration of stun, especially for repeated hits from several SPGs. In the key points of the map, heavy tanks can remain under artillery fire for a long time. As a result, they have injured crew and damaged modules. Such situations are annoying. The duration of stun is a sum of 2 components. The first component doesn't depend on damage and is specified in the shell settings by a non-dimensional coefficient from 0 to 1. In the garage, it's displayed as the minimum stun duration. The second component is a variable. It directly depends on damage caused. The sum of the 2 components equals 1, but each SPG has a different ratio of these components. The following changes will be made to artillery. The constant component will be decreased by 5% from the maximum stun duration. This will automatically reduce the minimum stun duration for all SPGs in the game. Next, the changes will affect the second stun component that depends on damage. The damage on the edge of the burst radius will become lower. This will lead to a steady reduction of burst damage within the whole burst radius, so the stun duration will decrease as well. But that's not all. Any repeated stun is automatically halved for all vehicles. If your vehicle is equipped with the heavy or super heavy spall liner, the stun effect will be additionally decreased by 10 and 20% respectively. These changes should make playing heavy tanks and slow vehicles more enjoyable. The characteristics of certain SPGs will also change. For some vehicles, the burst radius will decrease by 5%. The shell velocity for the Conqueror GC will be reduced. The GW Panther will become just slightly less accurate. Its reload time will be 1 second longer, and dispersion on hull traverse will increase a bit. You can try out all these changes on the Common Test. The release of new tanks is always good news. Only joining a battle on a vehicle that still has the smell of fresh paint is better. And it's especially enjoyable if there's something special about the newcomers. The Swedish medium tanks are precisely this. 3 vehicles from Tier 8 to 10. 3 guests from the north. UDIS 14 Alt 5. UDIS 16. And UDIS 15-16. So what's special about them? Their hydro-pneumatic suspension. It allows for changing the gun depression to up to -13 degrees. Using the terrain is sheer joy. In this very position, the Swedes bring out the best of their convenient guns with non-standard characteristics. The mechanic is similar to that of the Swedish TDs. In the case of medium tanks, it's notable for 2 reasons. Firstly, no other medium tank has it. Secondly, it activates automatically. Decelerating to 10 kilometers per hour is enough to make the active suspension work. When you accelerate up to about 20 kilometers per hour, the vehicle returns to its regular state and rolls on as a typical medium tank. Overall, these advantages create tanks like no other that can become true jewels of the branch. Take them to battle on the common test. In addition to the new vehicles, the Emil 1, Emil 2, and Kranvan heavy tanks will be revamped. The goal of these changes is to underline the differences between them and the heavy tanks with autoloaders of other nations. The main focus is on guns. The number of shells in the drums of the Swedish heavies will be reduced to 3, but damage per shot and reload times will be improved for all guns. Also, for the Kranvan and Emil 2 with the top gun, the time between shots for the autoloader will be reduced. All this will lead to a significant increase in damage per minute for all 3 tanks. The Kranvan received the biggest increase. The revamped Swedes are available on the common test. Play and share your thoughts on them. Ranked battles will be significantly different this year. You'll see some of these changes on the common test server. One of the main new features of the next season is role experience. It will replace the experience for active battle actions. Each vehicle will be assigned a role depending on its purpose in battle. The better a player performs their role, the more XP they will get. Also, there will be a new progression system on the common test. It's not complete, but gives an idea about what awaits players in the next seasons. 4 divisions will be available. Having progressed through them, players will end up in one of 3 leagues. The team damage from friendly fire and ramming will be disabled. Friendly artillery stun will remain, but players will get penalties for such actions. You can find out more about all the changes to ranked battles in the Developer Diaries video. That's all for now. Join the common test and be the first to check out the new features of World of Tanks. Good luck on the battlefield.